Hi there, welcome to Navigating Grad School YouTube channel. My name is Ebenezer, and today I'm continuing with the Funding Spotlight series. Please, if today is your first time visiting my channel, do not forget to hit the subscribe button and like and share this video. You can leave the comments at the comment section. If you have any comments or question, leave it at the comment section. I'll be glad to respond to it. So today I'm taking you straight to Canada, and we are going to look at a very important university at Canada, and we are going to look at their graduate programs and undergraduate programs. And believe you me, these schools, the programs there, they have good funding opportunities for admitted international students. So without wasting much time, let's dive in. So the university is called, the name of the university is University of Guelph. University of Guelph. So you go to your Google browser, then you just type in the University of Guelph or University of Guelph. You type University of Guelph, and this is how it shows up. Okay, you just click on it, it opens up. Now, before I dive in, so the University of Guelph, and is located in Ontario, Canada. So before I start, let's look at the About section. Go to the About section. Before I dive in, let's look at this. Let's watch this short video.
These are moments that you just can't find in a lecture hall anywhere.
We really emphasize collaboration, teamwork.
Every different program is able to interact with each other in a way. The University of Guelph gives you the power to change the way the world works.
My professors, they're all fantastic, and everyone is so dedicated and interested in what they're doing.
I think the University of Guelph's residence life is another big reason why people should consider U of G.
I saw the spark that Guelph had, and it lighted something in me.
Alright, so that's it. That's some pictures from the school, and you saw some of the students who are having some good time over there. So let's look at some of the, let's go to the academics and let's see what we have. We go to academics. So in the academic section, we have the undergraduate programs, and we also have graduate programs, and they also have certificate programs. But for international students, your interest is in graduate programs and then also undergraduate programs as well. So let's look at some of the undergraduate programs here before we go to the graduate program. So the undergraduate programs, you can see accounting, agriculture, animal biology, animal science, anthropology, applied geomatics, applied human nutrition, art and history. There are a lot of programs here. You can see them: Bachelor of Arts, Bachelor of Applied Science, Bachelor of Commerce, Bachelor of Computing. All the programs you can think of. The programs are a lot for undergraduate studies. So all you need to do is you have to just go through the list and then just choose the one that you want to pursue. Then you read more about it, and then you reach out to the program coordinators. Okay, University of Guelph. So now let's go to the graduate programs. So with the graduate programs, they have masters and PhD, MS programs, and then PhD programs. Okay, so you have accounting, animal biosciences, applied molecular and health sciences. They have bioinformatics, artificial intelligence, biotechnology. Okay, so English MA, Master of Art in English, financial economics. Okay, so the programs are a lot here. So any of them you want, you just click on it, and then you see it for yourself. let's got admission section. Admission. Let's go to the admission section. So even over here, if you come to this section, you can still see the programs as well. So you click on, let's say, graduate studies. You click on the graduate studies. Now this is where we will see a lot of information for prospective students. If you are an international student, as I mentioned earlier, any program you're applying to, make sure they offer some funding. Okay, that's why I'm coming out with programs and schools that offer good funding for admitted students. So for prospective students, if you click on this, you see the drop down, you see a lot of information. Okay, we have they have a prospective student overview, why choose Guelph, the reason why you should choose the graduate programs applying to Guelph information session, professional course-based master's program, scholarship and funding, tuition fees, cost of living, international applicants, graduate students. So I'll take you through some of this, but this drop down here will help you any single information you need as a prospective international student who want to apply to study at the University of Guelph, which is located in Ontario, Canada. This site or this part of their website is very important for you. Okay, so let's look at the funding aspect. Funding, scholarships and funding, very important. After that, I'll take you through some of the application materials and frequently asked questions. Then we will go through those ones. So without wasting my time, let's look at the scholarships and funding. Click on it and let's see. It says that graduate studies are a major investment in your future, and the University of Guelph offers a variety of funding options to support graduate students. In 2024 to 2025, graduate students at the University of Guelph secured nearly $62.6 million in combined funding, demonstrating the university's strong commitment to graduate student support. So, as I mentioned earlier, I bring you universities and programs that offer funding, competitive funding for admitted students. So you could see, look at the amount here, huge amount in graduate studies. So if you are applying to study master's or a PhD program at the University of Guelph, any program that you are applying to, the probability of you getting funding is very high. Okay, it's very high. Look at the amount they are spending in a year in all their graduate programs, over 62 million US dollars, which is $52 million, which is a lot of money. Okay, so you have to look at it. It's a lot of money. Even if it is a Canadian dollars, I don't know what. Yeah, I'm sure that will be a Canadian dollars. So you have to look at it. But still, it's a lot of money. It's a lot of money. Okay, they have various university-based funding. So the funding comes from different sources. So they have the university-based funding here, where I encourage you to read more about it. And then they also have external scholarships and award as well. Okay, so you just have to read. And this kind of funding is general for the entire graduate programs. But if you want funding for your specific program, I encourage you to read more about that for your program, for a specific program funding. You just have to browse through the programs I took you through. You just have to browse and then go to the program's website and get more information. I'll take one program, for example, and then we'll look at that as well. Let's go to international applicant. Very important for international applicant. Let's see some of the information here. So they have international applicant. Welcome to the University of Guelph. Why graduate studies at the University of Guelph? So you can read more. The reason why they want you to choose the University of Guelph. Somebody's testimony is here. Okay, you can read here, and then you get to know more. Okay, for international applicant. You have the tuition and fees. Everything is listed here. How you can prepare your application. Okay, you just have to read through to understand the application process. Okay, eligibility, everything is listed here. Utilize our international credential guidelines to assess your academic background. Okay, in relation to admission requirement, if your first language is not English, you will be required to submit the rest of standardized academic English language tests. So if your first language is English, it means that those English proficiency you will be required. If your first language is not English, you have to submit an English proficiency. But if you are from an English speaking country, I don't think you need to submit an English proficiency language or test score. All you have to do is to email the program that you are applying to and ask them questions pertaining to your program, because these are general information for the university, but I'm sure that each of the programs I took you through earlier will have their own application requirement. You'll have their own application requirement for normal graduate school application. You know that if you're applying to study, you will need a CV, you will need a CGPA that's 3.0 and above for programs. Okay, you need 3.0 and above. Very, very important. That will put you in a good position for admission. Okay, so that's for international student information. I encourage you to read more. Okay, I encourage you to read more. So if you come to this drop down, any information you want, okay, you just have to click on any information you want, and then you'll be able to read through. And then let's look at forms and document. Let's see. You click on forms and document. Okay, so over here too, you will see a lot of information here which you can read. All right, so now what I want to do is that I want to choose one program. Let's go to academics again, graduate studies. I'm going to choose one program, then we will use that program as a guide. I'm taking a PhD program. I'll choose one PhD program. We use that as a guide to see some of the application document that they will need if you are applying to study at the University of Guelph, graduate studies. Let's go to their graduate programs. Let me go back to their graduate programs. Okay. Go to academics. Go back again. Okay, so graduate studies. I keep going to the same spot again. Graduate studies. Just need one of their graduate programs, then I'll use that as a guide to help you make a decision if you want to apply to study at the University of Guelph. Okay. Go to academic programs. Okay, the programs are here. There are lots. there are a lot here. So their website is easy to navigate. So you just have to choose. I'm coming to select one of their programs. Then we will use it as a guide on how to make a decision when you're applying. So which one do I choose? Okay, let me choose food science. Okay, food science. That's food science PhD and master's program in food science. So this is a PhD in food science and master's. So they have various research fields. They have food microbiology, food chemistry, food processing, and then application deadline. They are saying ongoing. Okay, and then the college is Ontario Agricultural College, Department of Food Science, and then program website is here. Very soon we will go there, and then contact. So anytime you see a program that you are interested in, and you visited their website, you've read about it, and you have questions, what I do is that I recommend is that you have to email the program coordinator. Don't just apply to school without contacting anyone. You have to contact the program coordinators, okay, and then ask them questions that you don't understand, okay, for more clarification. For international students, your focus should be on application requirement, CGPA. I know minimum CGPA is normally 3.0, but you have to ask to be sure, and also ask about funding opportunity. Your number one question should be, are there funding opportunities for admitted international students? Very, very important. You have to ask questions. Don't apply to schools that will not offer you any financial package, okay? Any financial package. Now, because of the visa issues, if you are applying to study abroad, you have to diversify. Apply to schools in the US, apply to schools in Canada. All those approach and methods help, okay? Diversify your application. All right, so let's go to the program's website. Website, food science masters and PhD. So this is the program's website. All right, so they have all the information here, all you need. Okay, so you go to the program website. You have to, funding is a key, so you click on funding, then you can read more details on funding your graduate studies are available on the graduate postdoctoral studies website. Note, many food science graduate students complete successfully for University of Guelph scholarship and award. They say they compete successfully for, yeah. So the school have scholarships and awards that like they give to students if they admit them. So all you have to do is to be competitive enough, and I'm sure you'll be able to get funded. So that is the funding aspect. You can just click on it and read more on the funding if you are interested in the food science, and then in the food science masters and PhD program. But for other programs, as I said, I'm using this as a case study. So if you're also interested in any other program at the University of Guelph, just go to the program section and then navigate as we are doing, as I'm showing you here. Okay, admission requirement. Okay, let's look at admission requirement. It says applicant to the MSc and PhD are evaluated on academic performance in a relevant field of study. Referee assessment, statement of interest, experience in appropriate and related fields. So if you are applying to the program, you have to submit statement of interest, or some schools might call it statement of purpose. Okay, and then reference assessment here is your recommendation letters. Okay, the recommendation letters here are very important. Okay, that's like application requirement, admission requirement, and then your transcripts as well. So that's what you need. Application, let's get application deadlines. Okay, so for winter semester, so they have like three application windows. Winter semester, that's January entry, ongoing, and they also have summer semester, that's May entry, and then they also have fall semester. This is very interesting. 3 application entry entry times. Okay, you can so this school is very open. They are open. You could apply. They have 3 entry windows for you: winter, summer, and fall. Winter, summer, and fall. All you need is your material. Make your materials ready, and they also have tips for your application. You just click on it and then read more. Review the uploading document here. You can read more to get more to understand. Application, the MS and PhD require department supplemental document called the application fact sheet. So you can click on it and read more. Include a complete application fact sheet in your application package via web advisor. So whatever, if you click and download this PDF form, you fill it up and then you upload it. Whatever information they need, you just fill it up. Offer letter indicate the requirement for official transcript by the first class day of the semester in which you start your program. So some of this information is needed. International applicants should apply with consideration given to time needed for immigration procedures if you receive an offer. So as an international applicant, they have those deadlines, but the best thing is to apply early. Apply some months ahead. Okay, sometimes apply 4-5 months ahead, 3 months ahead, okay, 2 months ahead, 4 months ahead. It helps. It gives you the leverage. So don't rush the application. Read, understand carefully, time it well, and then put in a very competitive application, and trust me, things will work out for you. So this is the University of Guelph. Okay, the University of Guelph PhD program in PhD and master's program in food and nutrition. And please do your best. Do same for all the programs. Do same for all the programs, and you definitely get a program to apply to, because they have a lot of programs, hundreds of programs for masters, undergraduate studies, and PhD. So for those who want to apply to the food and nutrition program, let us watch this short video.
If you are interested in a career in the food industry, you have a wide range of career choices, both domestically and internationally, and with great long-term security. Food is not likely to go out of fashion. Hi, my name is Dr. Paul Spagnuolo, and I am a faculty member in the Department of Food Science. My research focuses on the ability of nutraceuticals, food-derived bioactive molecules, to kill cancer cells. My interest is in the therapeutic potential of these compounds as adjuvants to cancer therapy, with the overall goal of translating this knowledge into treatment protocols to improve the lives of all Canadians. I'd like to tell you about the graduate program in the Department of Food Science and some of the very interesting work that our graduate students are doing.
The University of Guelph Food Science program is one of the best in the country, if not the whole world.
It's a great way to kind of further understand specific areas to know where you want to go into.
We have a wealth of experience, and I think that really says volumes in terms of trying to attract people into our program.
It adds a little more motivation when you know what you're doing has a direct impact to consumers.
A graduate degree in food science will open the door to careers in industry, government, and academia, such as food product development, management of food production or processing facilities, food engineering to improve the efficiency of production and processing, or packaging research and innovative food retailing, just to name a few.
They offered a lot more choices with their labs and a lot more specific courses on different food products, like the dairy processing course or the meat poultry processing course. It's hard to find those courses at any other university.
You really get into a lot more of the critical thinking and problem solving that you're required to do in everyday on-the-job scenarios.
I like how the program really tailors to the expectations of industry. It really sets you up for skills that the industry would want you to have.
It has a very important balance between academics as well as research. Most universities haven't struck this balance that the University of Guelph has.
But I really feel like in terms of project management, presentation skills, communication skills, and even developing a lot of mindfulness and wisdom, I think the graduate program is really great for developing a lot of those skills that you're going to need every day when you go on the job.
Our program at Guelph is firmly rooted in practicality. We have strong and enduring links with a wide range of food producers and retailers. The majority of our research projects address the practical questions of how we make food better, healthier, more available, and safer to a wide range of markets around the world. Almost all of our ongoing research projects are in partnership with industry or government.
I study certain molds and fungi that produce toxins as they grow in food.
Right now I'm researching the reduction of E. coli 157H7 and Salmonella enteritis in dry fermented sausages.
My research is focused on studying microbial ecosystems in foods such as milk and cheese and their impact on our gut microbiota.
Well, there's a connection between the gut and the brain where there's transmissions that happen, and so there's possibilities that mood is affected by the gut, and so that's what sparked my interest. And it's just amazing how changes in your diet can affect your mental state and also your physical health.
My research will go directly to the Government of Canada, Health Canada, and in that it will help them define regulations. Currently, a large number of the toxins that I study are unregulated entirely.
On the research side of it, I really enjoyed my studies as I produced the sausages myself in the pilot plant at Agriculture Canada and got to watch the whole process and do the whole process of having the raw product and fermenting and drying the sausages.
I met Giselle as I was studying in my undergrad, and she had a lot of work in gut microbiota, and that sort of captured my attention, and her research incorporated what I was learning in nutrition and made it so it was in a practical application.
I've been studying apple and tomato products, so commercial juices, sauces, purees, and looking for the presence of 3 different toxins in them that are produced by molds and fungi.
I looked at different fat contents and how that affected the inactivation of E. coli and Salmonella. Then I also looked at different caliber sizes, so how the diameter of the sausage affected the inactivation of E. coli and Salmonella.
Our program is strengthened by our many interactions with complementary disciplines here at Guelph, such as toxicology, microbiology, nutrition, crop science, and business. Students in our food science graduate programs often adapt their programs to include one or more of these related disciplines to meet their individual career goals. The master's program is flexible. Master's students are required to take a minimum of 4 courses, attend department research seminars, and conduct research in one of the 3 main areas of food science: food chemistry, food processing, or food microbiology. All students are required to write and defend a thesis. Admission to our PhD program usually requires completion of a research-based master's degree. The PhD is primarily a research degree, but students are expected to take at least 2 advanced courses in food chemistry, food microbiology, or food processing.
The faculty here is world-class. They're leading experts in their fields. And so for me, it was an obvious decision.
A lot of our professors are really at the top players in their respective fields. As well, we're always evolving and changing and really trying to stay on top of what's going on in industry.
Faculty are very much encouraged to be good academics, good teachers, which is extremely important for educating the next generation. But also we're encouraged to be very strong researchers. So this balance allows us a very unique opportunity to have access to very strong students, but also those very strong students have then access to very strong professors. And that's not always the case in other academic environments. So that's really what makes Guelph and the Guelph Food Science program very unique, is these students will have access to some of the most recognized professors in food science in the entire world.
If you're looking for a graduate program in food science, the University of Guelph is the perfect place for you. For more information about the food science graduate programs, please visit us online.
Yeah, so that's it. You heard it for yourself, and the testimonies people are giving, and then the kind of the research they are doing. So as an international applicant, or as somebody applying to study at the University of Guelph or any other university, what I encourage you to do is that after you decide on the program and then the funding, visit professor's website. Visit professor's website, please. Very important. Read about professors' research work, what they are doing. First of all, you have to know, at least have an idea of the kind of research you want to do, and look out for professors in the department or the program that you want to apply to, the kind of work they are doing, and cold email them. I always mention it. Cold email professors, because that's like a stepping stone for you in getting into a program. I mean, the worst you can get is a no when you email professors. Okay, email them professionally. I always ask. Another way approach I mean you can use is also looking at students in the program, and then the kind of I mean qualifications they have before they got accepted into the program. You can look at some students have even their CVs online as well. Okay, I think that helps a lot. So these are some of the professors in the program. Okay, in this food science program. So read about their work. Read about their work, and these are the people that you'll be. If you are applying to a school, trust me, you are applying actually to a department, but those in charge are professors who are going to work with. So it will be a big mistake if you don't read the professors and work, their research interests, and the kind of work they are doing. If you don't do that, it doesn't help. So please, this is helpful. Okay, this is a free advice, and I have videos on how to email professors on my YouTube channel. Please visit my YouTube channel. I always tell you, watch all the videos, and just put them into practice, and trust me, you are going to land admission and also funding. So I would like to end the video here. Please, I hope subscribe to this channel. If you have any question, please leave it in the comment section, and I'll be glad to respond to your questions. And thank you for watching this video, and see you in my next video. Stay blessed. Bye bye.